So you're thinking about getting into wedding filmmaking, and why not? The barriers to entry are lower than ever, and it's a really fun job. Picture this. You get to make a living off of your camera and your own two hands. It's super, super fun. But then you find out it's a lot of work too. If you're about to get into wedding filmmaking, I hope you stick around for this video. I'm Kelly Waddell, this is Wedding Film Girl, and here are 3 things you need to know if you're getting into wedding filmmaking. Number 1 thing is there is room for you. I know it can feel really intimidating when there's people that have been in this industry for 10, 15, way longer years than you. But you know what? It's okay. There's always room in the industry for another hardworking creative. And that's just it. If you're hardworking and you're creative, then you will have a place for yourself, because at the end of the day, this is art, and your art is going to look totally different eventually than someone else's art. When you're starting out, you may be using a lot of sort of imitation things as you find your style, and that's something that I'm still working on too. You'll figure out what kind of weddings you like to film the most, and the way you like to film them, and the way you like to edit them too. And all of that goes into making a unique piece of art for your client. So just know that you are unique and there is room for you. Don't be intimidated. The number 2 thing is that you can do it. I know it's super overwhelming with all of the knowledge that you have to pick up to learn how to make a good, even passable wedding film. It's not just taking a camera, hitting record, and putting it on a tripod. Well, it used to be in the 1980s, but this is 2018, and we make art these days. So if you are determined and if you're willing to work hard on your craft and hone it into a skill, then you can make great wedding films too. And YouTube is going to be one of your greatest resources. If you have the chance to get a mentor, to second shoot along somebody that's really great, and you can learn the ropes while you're at a real wedding, I highly recommend it. Outside of that though, watch a ton of YouTube. YouTube University got me where I am today. So it's possible, it's entirely possible. You can do this. The third and last thing is be aware of gear acquisition syndrome. I don't know if that's a real thing. I've just heard it on YouTube before, and I know that the concept is real. So you're watching a YouTuber and they all but promise you that you can make a great film using exactly the equipment that they did. And while it's really helpful to watch gear reviews and try to figure out what gear is best for you, maybe even rent it before you actually buy it, just don't fall into the trap of constantly upgrading or just having this gear lust to get something bigger and better, or blaming your films on the equipment. Sometimes that's true, but a seasoned filmmaker can use those limitations to their advantage. So just don't fall into the trap of spending tons of money or getting into debt. Definitely don't get into debt with gear. You can do this with what you have probably right now, so don't sweat it. I hope these 3 things were really helpful for you. If you have any questions or topics you would like me to cover first in this channel, please leave them as a comment below. Thanks for watching, guys.